welcome to GEMS. This is your literacy coach, Brian Reindl, and today in this video is the second in a series I'm doing that compares successful classrooms, effective classrooms, with successful people. There is a lot of research out there that shows what effective classrooms do and are like for students. And it was compiled in a book called Classrooms That Work by Richard Allington and Patricia Cunningham. And the second item I want to deal with today is balance. And so they wrote, the most successful and effective classrooms provide huge amounts of balanced, comprehensive instruction. Did you hear that word balance? That's our topic for today. So what they do is they made a comparison with vitamins. We try to eat a balanced diet so that we get all the vitamins our body needs to be functioning well and healthily. And we might even take a multivitamin supplement to ensure that we are getting everything we need. Now, when we don't get everything we need, when our diet is out of balance or when our classroom is out of balance, there might be some distortion or some disease that's starting to occur. Let me give you two examples that I was thinking about. For example, let's say in a classroom, you might focus more heavily on decoding at the expense of some work on comprehension. What might that lead to? It might lead to a distortion in the student's mind that reading is about word calling and it isn't about making meaning. Or a teacher might put too much emphasis or too much time on skills and strategies for reading, and then what happens? There's this disease or distortion. Students become to think, I read in order to practice my strategy. And that's completely the opposite of what we want, right? We read for the sake of reading, for gathering information or being entertained or forming an opinion. Now, the same thing can happen in our lives. We can have a distortion, a disease, when we don't have a balance in our life. So let me give you my personal example. 2 years ago, when I lost my first 60 pounds, I really was out of balance. I focused on nutrition and fitness. I was always focused on weight loss. And I thought that was going to solve all my problems, right? Guess what? It didn't. The depression was still there. The feeling of unworthiness and not wanting to get up and do things was still there. It's because I was out of balance. And I met my personal coach now, Chuck Marves from Better Body Fitness, and he identified that right away, that I was putting all my eggs into that fitness nutrition basket. I was ignoring the other aspects of my life. And he came up with this idea of the core four. He calls it family, faith, fitness, and finance. So we're talking about all four areas in our lives, and what are we doing in each of those areas that improves our lives, that takes it a step forward? When I started to work on all four areas of my life, some magical stuff happened. I became happier. The depression went away. My relationships became better and stronger. I wanted to get up. I had more energy. I feel much more alive. And so that's the idea of balance. Same in your classroom, same here in your personal life. Family, faith, fitness, and finance. Let me show you two tools I use to help me with that. So don't get sick. I'm about to pick up the camera, move it to behind me. Do you see on that side, there is a whiteboard that has some of my goals in all four areas. Here we go. Let's take a look. So here you can see on my board, I have the core four down the side. And then this first column is my 36-month goals, where I want to be in each of the core four by June of 2018. And then it has some benchmarks, October, September, and August of this year, things I want to accomplish along the way to get me to that goal in all four areas. Now I'm going to spin us around in my little studio, my morning mindset room, to a whiteboard over on this other wall, right there. So on this board, I have my core four for the week. This happens to be my current week that I am working on. And what I usually do is post this so I see it every morning when I come down to do my morning mindset work. And I take a photo of it often and put it on the home screen on my phone to help me. So let's take a look for some examples of what I'm working on this week. In the fitness department, I really started being strict on my high-low diet because I want to achieve a certain fat loss percentage. and I'm not making it on the goals on the other board, so I really need to ramp up my efforts here, not lower my expectations, but ramp up my efforts. And last Friday I had a little surgery, so this week in terms of fitness, I am healing and relaxing, trying not to move too much, which is unusual for me. In family, I planned a date night for actually tonight, Thursday night, with my wife Leanne. And I also spent some time since I've been home this week really contributing to making the house function and run. Been doing some organizing of the desk area, the kitchen, the laundry closet, and getting some work done there. In faith, my goal this week is to meditate at least 5 times. And in finances, I've been reading Tony Robbins' new book on mastering the game of money. And I want to make sure by the end of the week I complete all the worksheets to have my goals and dreams fulfilled in terms of wealth and creating wealth. That's what this piece is all about, creating financial freedom. What are the steps I'm going to be taking and developing that plan? So today's all about balance. Balance in your classroom. So what you need to do, what I challenge you to do, is to look in your daily schedule, your weekly schedule in your classroom and see, is your instruction balanced? Are you dealing with fluency, word study, vocabulary, phonics, comprehension, skills and strategies, all the components that you need for a balanced literacy program? Or are you paying too much attention to one area and thus creating some diseases or distortions in your students' thinking? And then you personally, what has your schedule been like this week? Have you paid any attention to areas like fitness or family or finances or faith? And can you make some goals and some progress every week that will carry you through, helping you create a balanced life that will do like it did for me, really take care of some depression, really energize me and give me strength every day for me to live a life that is a gem, really, a great educator mindset, a day that sparkles and is the most wonderful day of my life every single day. And that's my challenge to you. And that's why I'm doing these gem videos for you. So if any of this spoke to you, please be sure to comment. If you think it would help anyone else, spread the word. Freely share what I'm sharing with you, because I want to help as many people as I can, especially teachers who are struggling with mindset in these difficult times. Until next time, and I deal with another video in this series, please take care. And I'm your literacy coach, Brian Reindl. And this has been GEMS.